Hi, Shalom everyone, continue these tours over here in Jerusalem, in the holy city over here, in Ramat Shlomo today, this morning, as we're continuing touring all around, enjoying not just Jerusalem, different parts of Israel. Sit back and enjoy the different sites, friends, over here. First of all, a beautiful roundabout here. We've got a huge synagogue called the Heichal Shimon right next to me. We're in Ramat Shlomo. This is a neighborhood about 5 kilometers from central Jerusalem over here. Got like a bakery over here, friends, as we explore around over here. This street is called the Chazon Ish Street, and we're going up. So you've got loads of it's a very residential area, and let's explore, see some of the sights over here. This is Meir Hadash Street over here. Explore Israel. Nice bakery over here, and called the Ariel Bakery. Over here, as we walk around Jerusalem, there's some nice parks here also. That's one thing for sure. A very, very residential area. There's like actually a forest, actually, like literally half a kilometer from here. You've got a trail over here where you've got a nice park. You can see the swings and slides, the Jerusalem stone just above, over there, as we just walk on and enjoy. What's interesting, we were in a street about a 7-minute walk away from here. There's a very large Chabad Lubavitch synagogue, also known as 770, very much modelled to the style of the Lubavitch synagogue in New York, in Crown Heights. So I recommend people to look at that. And just some building work on the right. We're just in like a Merkaz area also, where it was it's one of the main shopping areas. I don't think there's any malls or anything per se in this couple of square kilometer circumference, but there's a lot of, it's very residential, a lot of synagogues, a lot of Beit Midrashes. Now a lot of the streets on these roads are named after rabbis, as you notice, but they've got a lot of fancy parks also, which we're going to see. So walk on and enjoy walking in Jerusalem as we tour all over the city. I love touring over the city, friends. Definitely an opportune time. A lot of these areas are linked with stairs. So you can go to one area to the other just from 50 steps away. This is called the Merkaz Ruchani Ner Yosef, just on my right. Looks like a very large synagogue. Now I've got another like shopping area just in the other area here. And now you've got like a central park here. It looks like a large park. Let's go inside here and explore this. This is a synagogue, Ner Yosef it's called. It's like a boat style fire station park. This is the synagogue itself, Ner Yosef. I came here about a year ago to record around this area. Wow, got nice stairs here, archaeology, a few parks here. A nice breeze over there. Look at the views of Israel, of Jerusalem from here. Of residential. There's Goldie's truck over here. They do Shabbat catering, I think, for Shabbat. Let me get the specs on. It's just very it is very hot now at the moment. Wow, look at the greenery, the grass, the views of Israel here in Ramat Shlomo. This is a small park itself. On Shabbat, I'm sure it gets busy. Not many people speak about Ramat Shlomo in general. When you think of Jerusalem, not many people will mention Ramat Shlomo, but it is a nice area also. It's interesting, they've got a flag of Jerusalem over here. There's stairwells attaching to various other places also. Again, they've got another greengrocer, Makolet, and different shops here. It's Or Haramchal Letzion. It's a synagogue over here connected to a rabbi. I think it's a Moroccan synagogue over here. As it states now, you've got like Achim Yakubi. This looks like a supermarket. As we're just getting this is another nice view. You've got a nice synagogue over here with a very nice view attached to it. Let's just go up here a bit. We're trying to feel what the residential area is here in Ramat Shlomo like. So we like to explore all over Jerusalem. So I thought it's an opportune time to concentrate on here. This looks like a what have we got here, friends? There's something attached to one of these buildings. Oh. Right, just basically says who built it, who was architecture. This road is Kil Chaim, I think. Over here, got some nice Israeli flags on this road. Okay, now we've got another synagogue here on my right, the Edmund J. Safra Synagogue for the religious Zionist community over here. Edmund Safra was a famous philanthropist, I think Syrian. Made many different, not just synagogues, also different landmarks all over Israel, all over the world, sponsored university programs, so on and so forth. As we're just walking down here, it's actually a good breeze here this summer day. It looks like more fancier houses here. Here, more Israeli flags. As we're exploring Ramat Shlomo, friends. Noot Margalit. I think this is a school system for younger people. And just soaking up Israel, Jerusalem, the air of Jerusalem. Nothing beats it, friends. So we explore all of Israel. Let's get the angle again. I've got to eventually end up in central Jerusalem today. But it's nice to go for a walk and explore different parts of Israel. Now there's a famous synagogue here called the Binyan Av over there. That's a place we've been to before, but now I don't know if they're going to build things here, but there's a space here. Looks like they're doing a lot of building work in this area in of itself. A nice Israeli flag by another building. As this is Ramat Shlomo, you've got a small basketball or soccer, small soccer pitch over here. And a lot of building work in all these neighborhoods, by the way. And beautiful to see our country being built. It's another synagogue just on my right, the Sharei David synagogue. This happens to be. I think there's a girls' school on my left over here. I think connected to Beit Yaakov school system. Friends, we're touring all over Jerusalem. We're in Ramat Shlomo today. It actually looks like a very nice synagogue here. The Sharei David does. Got beautiful flowers outside. This is called Harab Uzi Kalchem. This street, I haven't heard of him before, but now I've heard of him. That's interesting. Now it looks like there's a girls' school. It's called Or Rachel or Rachel. I think pretty much most of the people, it's definitely a very more ultra-Orthodox neighborhood, that's for sure. I think it's very diverse. I think you've got people that are from Sephardic background, Hasidish, Ashkenazic, and also Temani, from the sounds of it, just by the names of some of the synagogues and just by seeing the people here. So that's also interesting. So it's quite diverse from that realm in of itself, we have to point out. I think buses do link all over the city, as I eventually have to end up in Tachna Markazit at the end of this tour. So let's go to explore Jerusalem, friends. Well, we've got full of schools here. This is called Beit Sefer Lebanot or Rachel. It must have been dedicated to people from outside Israel. There's a lot of names. It looks like just from the name of it, this must be associated with the Sephardi Beit Yaakov system. Just by the names, it says Joseph Katan, so you'd assume. Over here. So this side of the road is going towards Ramat Shlomo. I am going to go back towards the Tachna Markazit area. Lovely trees here. Get to explore just for a couple more minutes. Over here, beautiful Jerusalem. I could walk all over Jerusalem, friends. Just tasting the residential parts of the area is always good. Now I want to walk the whole town, but time is limiting me, friends. Beautiful tree over here also. This is called Rehov Igeret Moshe Street. Now, I think that's after Moshe Feinstein. He wrote a famous letter, the book called the Igeret Moshe, the Letters of Moshe. It was a very famous one. So as I say before, a lot of these roads are named not just after rabbis or after like books of rabbis also. You would have names of books, so it's very, very interesting. So let's get another view from here. We need to go to Tachna Markazit now. There's a lot of buses going here. Okay, wishing you all a great day. Take care.